Hey, it didn't do it.
What the hell's going on?
I don't know. It didn't.
All right, very good.
It didn't.
Let's just do it again. Oh, that was great. That was great.
What? That's never happened.
What did you do?
Nothing. It's all automated. You push the button and it's supposed to just fire off. Then Tracy.
Right. See, we tried to downsize.
We trusted AI.
That's right. And look what happens. 3 guys are out of work. They used to feed their families doing this show, but we got a computer to do it all now. And now look, it's another example of the man trying to, AI the world and put everyone out of business.
It's supposed to be playing the end video.
Yeah, so we didn't get our intro today. What? Go. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, let me see if I can manually. Yeah, let's see if we can. I'll stop this and then I'll just start here. Maybe let's find out. I don't know what's gonna happen. No. We've already done that. No, there's got to be a minute. No. No, begin from selected. Begin from selected. Stop.
He's shouting.
It's the Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle, 2 veteran broadcasters who love to hear themselves talk and are somehow able to tolerate each other. Let's see if you can tolerate them as well. Here's Rob and Bob.
Yeah. Hold on. I gotta figure out. Jane, get me off of this.
It's crazy thing.
It's such a cacophony. That's not even, and it's supposed to be.
And he's clapping his hands.
I may as well just let it do its thing and see what happens.
Right.
Which is nothing. All right. We're back. Ladies and gentlemen, believe it or not, you may not know it because you didn't hear that bat say it. But
9 o'clock on a Saturday.
That's right. And that means it's the Lounge Show. And I'm Bob Doyle, which it should say on a little
down
thing
below.
there. But
hey, today, anything is supposed to be. It's a
Wow.
what did you do? It's supposed to fire the next one. It didn't fire the next one, and then you started to reset, and they all played at once. Is that basically what happened?
I wanted to just play from the part of the playlist of sequence of things to go where she starts and the video goes. And it started from the beginning, obviously. And then I said, here's how to start it from where it goes, but it didn't stop the other one. So then we just said, and instead of hitting applause, I hit some random music button. So
yeah, wow. That was
2 veteran broadcasters.
Veteran broadcasters, my ass. That was bad.
Hi,
that was
Sammy.
A bad beginning to live. Yeah, Sammy's here. It was a bad beginning. But you know what it says? I'll tell you what it says. We do this live.
That's right.
There's no monkeying around with editing and post and making it better. We do it live.
And I didn't break a sweat or turn red or anything unless it was from laughter.
Yeah.
We don't have time to be uptight about stuff like that.
No, we don't.
No.
I do this about every third show, but I always recognize the fact that you have a much better camera than I do.
Yes, well.
This is just a better camera. But anyway, we're here at the Lounge, half hour.
You have a better steampunk lamp than I do.
Yeah, I do. Both that one and then the one off camera, and both Christmas presents from Wonderful Peeps. So here's something we were talking a little bit about radio. Okay, radio. I've got something about radio.
Yes.
I got a radio thing here. This guy, I want your opinion on this style of DJing, and it's safe for all people.
Mama, lock up your sheep. The count is on the whole tonight.
Oh.
And just wait. Just wait. Here we go. Now this guy put work into this.
Okay, is that an actual air check?
It is. 70s Quixie Radio here in Atlanta.
In Atlanta, yes. In the
7 o'clock
70s.
at night. Yeah. Doobie Brothers. But that, you don't just open your mouth and do that. You probably write those things out, that phrase, you hit it on the beats of the song, and you hit the post perfect, and it's all done live. And regardless of whether or not you like that style, you cannot deny the guy's talent. That's the old, that's that 70s rock and roll top 40, right at you. Bob and I met in radio. We literally met in a radio station, and so we talk radio from time. And
we're two veteran broadcasters, as evidenced by our opening.
Yeah,
it takes skill to look that bad.
Mm-hmm.
I had to rehearse that. Like, no, there's not enough things playing at once. Cut, take it over again.
I have to look really bumfuzzled.
And that's the word we use in the meetings and everything. I don't want you to think he's cleaning it up for radio. That's how he talks.
So my question is that, what is your take on that style of jockeying?
Yeah, obviously I'm not.
Yeah,
I get it for what it was at that time. I don't remember ever hearing anybody like that. But who was that?
That was what's his name? Coyote McLeod.
Okay, I don't remember that name at all. I mean, I was listening to the radio. How early do you know where in the 70s that was?
No. I got it at work. Randy,
China Grove was playing.
Yes, so that'd be 70s. That's totally 70s.
Well, do you remember what year that is?
Well,
is that early 70s?
70. I want to guess 72, 73. Yeah,
early. Yeah. So okay, I wasn't listening to the radio then. So all right.
But anyway, it's just kind of cool. Here's the thing too. Nowadays, boys and girls, people track their whole show. They can do it in an hour from their home. And this guy was in the studio, I can promise you, at 7 p.m. He couldn't wait to go on the air. He went on the air live, and this was his first song of his show, and blah, blah, blah. So kind of cool.
So that's just how it is now all over. I mean, I won't
morning
say all
shows
over,
are not. Morning shows are not.
They're still
morning
live.
shows. That's still a bunch of people going in a room and doing their thing, right?
But after 10 o'clock,
not so much. I mean, sometimes yes, you're in the building because you're doing other things, but you're not. Most of the DJs are not permanently locked in the room to the board. They can do a 4-hour show in about an hour if they don't want to include a lot of phone calls and that kind of thing, which are, by the way, all in reserve. You'll answer phone calls and you'll get a good one and you'll save it for a certain time unless it's real time sensitive. So yeah, the whole thing is done basically by a computer.
See, it all changed after I left. That's for sure. Like all that. I wouldn't know what to do in a radio station now.
I don't want it anymore though. Too, I'll tell you that it changed.
Weekend special.
58 balmy degrees here in Henderson, Nevada.
45 in Atlanta, and going to get cold out there tonight, boys and girls.
That's right.
It's going to get down to about 28 here tonight. So, hey, speaking of weather, I wrote this down. Did it snow in Vegas on Valentine's Day?
It did. Was it Valentine's Day?
I saw it. I saw.
Well, I guess sure. I guess it was Valentine's Day. What's weird about that is just the day before that happened, we were talking about snow in Vegas, and I wonder if we missed it or when does it, And then the next day, we woke up and it was beautiful. It was warm. It was like, oh yeah, this would be a good day. Yes, it was Valentine's Day because we were going to do a whole walk picnic thing for Valentine's Day. Tracy and I were, and then suddenly it gets gray, windy, and starts snowing.
Pretty cool. You guys got snow. That's pretty. In fact, I saw a video. That's why I bring it up. Friend of mine, Facebook friend, her daughter was out playing, just spinning. The snowflakes are coming down. It's like a 2, maybe 3-year-old just spinning outside, just enjoying these white, kids in snow. Really cool thing. I watched that. What?
Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead. No, I'm sorry. I thought you were done, and it's hard with that little second delay. It makes a big difference.
Yeah, it's like I'm doing a stand-up in front of the White House, and you're back at the studio in New York. Rob, what did the president say? And then you wait like a second, and they do this. Yes, Bill.
Well, Rob, he said a lot of things. What did you want to hear?
Right, because we'll tell you whatever you want. So you were going to say, I was just saying kids and snow. It's really cool to watch them.
Well, yes, you were talking about the gal spinning, and we have video of Amber doing the exact same thing. At 15.
Really?
Yeah. She got all bundled up. And I mean, it was flurries. You had to squint to see it. Now, other parts of Vegas.
Right, it wasn't 14 feet or anything, but it was a nice little flurry shower that I saw the video of. It looked pretty. And like I said, this little kid was spinning.
I'm sure video you saw was from a place where it got more than us. We were not expecting it, and it was just nice to see the little dusting. So
yeah. Anyway, I wrote that down. We were talking about weather. So here's the thing, boys and girls. We always say this. Bob and I talk about the fact that things go on in the green room before the show. We play something or we'll talk about whatever. And I found an old piece of audio from 2020, so almost 3 years ago.
Oh,
and I
right,
said,
right.
Bob, do you remember writing this? And he said, well, play it. And this is what it sounded like. This is Ryan. He needs a fake script for a fake ad to demonstrate the workflow of the voiceover process. He looked online for sample scripts, but then got concerned about copyright law. He tried to write one himself, but that was a disaster for all the reasons you might expect. In his frustration, Ryan decided to take a walk, but didn't know where to go. He consulted the internet for ideas, where he learned about Scriptomatic, the automatic script writing service to virtually any industry. Sell cat buckets? Let our AI generate a perfectly written script that will have buyers salivating at the very thought of a cat bucket, even when they don't exist. Have an offbeat service you've never been able to fully describe in the marketplace? No problem. Just ask Mary. She provides screaming lessons for people who've watched more than 12 movies related to personal development. Normally, people look at her like she's crazy, but we used Scriptomatic to effortlessly generate ad copy that sold over 2 units in just 721 days to her dad.
That's so
impressive, right? In fact, Scriptomatic was used to write the advertisement you're listening to right now. And clearly, SharePocket Oatmeal wins changes on denim. My favorite part.
Yes. That is so my style, and it just ramps into it. Starts out normal, and then this weird stuff starts dropping in. I can't remember the first thing you said that made me go, wait a minute, that is me. But yeah, so that...
Well, cat buckets. I think cat buckets is a beginning of Bob has a hand in this.
Definitely. The ending is for sure.
Start talking about the ending is...
But
oatmeal and denim and all kinds of things are in there.
Right. So I'm listening to that going, wait a minute, this is describing what ChatGPT is now. You know, it's the AI thing that everybody's talking about. You type it in and it's there. And that was 3 years ago. And I'm talking about, all right, well, AI did this.
He goes, when was that? And I go, March of 20.
Like, so Bob, long before ChatGPT, I'm going, what the hell was, how did that, what, I don't like, that's a little mind-bending to hear it described. You know, so exactly what it is, but still interesting. And AI, man, it's everywhere.
Well, I'll tell you this too. I'm not telling this to Bob. I'm telling this to anyone who's consuming the lounge, who's hanging in the lounge tonight. When you first play, and you've heard this story ad nauseum, but when Bob first played me streaming audio on the internet, I think we were still using dial-up at the time. There was no high-speed Cat5 cable or whatever. We were using modems. But he said, "Look, it's streaming, or it's streaming." And it sounded awful, and I went, oh, whatever. And then Bob said, you don't understand. It will get better. The concept that it was streaming. And now, look, we stream everything. Smart TVs, nothing plugs in. It just wafts through the air. So once again, 3 years ago, Bob was plugged into the AI jamboree.
That's crazy.
Before the rest of us.
So I sent, can I move into the video I sent you last night? Okay, great. So speaking of AI, you know, I play with all these tools, and there's so many different things. You know, there's you know, putting somebody's face on there or animating their face and making them say something they're not saying in the voice that they didn't say. I mean, in their voice, whatever. That was terrible. So last night I was, it was. So last night I was thinking about all this tech that I'm playing with right now, and I just kind of had a what if. So it was like, what if I wrote some gibberish and went to Google? I mean, not gibberish. They were sentences, but it was, you know, kind of like what you just read. Right,
but it wasn't like grunting, right?
No, it wasn't that. And then I said, and then what if I went to Google Translate and translated it into some other language like Russian or French or Spanish, and then went into another AI text-to-speech, you know, solution that has.
Like you're washing this through a third process.
It goes through many. So that's the next one. So then I bring that into. So now I take the translated text, bring it into this text-to-speech thing, and then have a one of the AI voices that speaks that language, because you can choose that they do, so that when they read those words, it's correct. Then I take that audio file and then I move it through the voice AI and then make it a celebrity or a politician or somebody, any of those trained voices I've got. Then I take that voice and then I go find video of that person.
Put it in the fridge and overnight. You got to put it in the fridge overnight.
That's right, right. At 38 degrees.
You don't have to, but I do. When I do this,
it's better if you
don't have to. It is.
Right.
Just back time it.
So then I go find video. I go find video of that person, of the celebrity or politician talking.
Right.
And then run that voice, then run that through the tech that adds makes you say whatever it's hearing, and then basically use the translated voice AI audio to mount it. And that's what I did last night with a couple of things, and I sent them to you knowing that there's no context.
Because
you don't understand the language. I didn't translate. Right. I put then finally the last step is to take all that and run it through another AI program that captions it automatically. Okay. So here's one of what I did. It's just so that people know what I'm talking about. So this is the comedian Jim Gaffigan, who we've AI'd his voice on this show before, and I just wrote this thing, and I'll find exactly what I'll give you the translation here in a second. But this is what I sent.
Quelque chose que vous devez comprendre. Premièrement, je ne parle pas vraiment français. En fait, je ne sais même pas ce qu'est le français aujourd'hui, à part des toasts et des frites. Vous voyez, les choses que je dis maintenant sont ce qui m'est transmis par un tube audio dans mon cerveau. Il convertit les commandes audio d'une vieille famille en signaux électriques qui sentent le fromage.
Okay.
Oh, Gaffigan, man, he freaking kills me.
All right, hold on. Let me get that. Let me tell you what he actually said.
Something about denim and oatmeal.
What he actually said is eluding me at this time.
Yeah.
Oh wait. This isn't where I'm supposed to do this. No, I had this much better. I have this much better. I have this much better.
We are experiencing technical
because, like I said, it keeps a history. It keeps a history. So I go down to. I named them James Geldenson. So let's see, which is the one.
So there's no warranty. Oh, Mark is here. Mark Howard with us, by the way. Bob found a picture of Howard Ball and posted it the other day online for those of you who stay with us on these stories.
I am doing this very poorly because I actually I was doing the right thing the first time.
On the back and he says,
"Buddy, have a drink."
Have a drink. Have 2 or 3 of them. Well, hold on a second. We are experiencing technical difficulties.
I've got the translation. I've got the translation.
Please stand by. We'll be right back in just a moment. We're back.
No.
We're experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Your viewership is very important to us. Please.
Okay, I got it.
And we're back.
This is what Jim Gaffigan says in French. Okay. This is the English translation. There are a few things you need to understand. First, I don't really speak French. In fact, I'm not even sure what French is today besides toast and fries. And that's when the first laugh comes in. Right.
Yeah.
You see, the things I'm saying now are what is being fed to me through an audio tube in my brain. It's converting audio commands from a drunk old woman into electrical signals that smell like cheese. That's the translation. And then the other thing I sent you was Biden saying that same thing in Spanish, only without the fries and toast.
And then you also sent me a couple this week where you took my storytelling from one of the lounge episodes.
That's right.
And then put it on, I think it was Gaffigan again. And Gaffigan then told a story that I had told here in Jim Gaffigan's voice.
That's right. I lifted actual audio from the show and then just ran it through voice AI and ran it through back.
Which was really cool because when Jim Gaffigan is talking about Larry Lager, my roommate in freshman year in college, to hear Jim Gaffigan tell the story about 98 pounds and blah, blah, blah. And then I got to thinking about Larry Lager again after you did that. And we only knew him for like 4 months. And now it's 40 years later.
Wow, we're still telling the story. And now celebrities are telling the story in their own voice.
Yes.
So I have a follow-up, though. I have a follow-up from last week because, we talked about this 11 Labs speech synthesis, and I played you, a few things. And so
I told a few people at work, too, and I said, it's really close.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really close.
This morning, I finally figured out the, cloning. And so to make it simple, so I did another one of me. I did you. I did Jim Gaffigan again. I gave them all these weird names.
Are you Blob Dot?
And you're Blob Dot. Rob Scott.
Okay. Blob Dot. That's me.
That's right. So now again, I like mine. Well, here. Well, first we'll listen to my revised one, and I guess we'll just go with whatever is here. It's saying about golden retrievers.
By the way, but I don't know if you read what Mark said. But he said his warranty on Scriptomatic ran out.
Oh, I didn't see that. Well, I didn't know that it did. I didn't know that. I wasn't aware that it would run out, and so now I feel bad.
He said because the warranty ran out, and then his Scriptomatic crapped out 3 months ago. So now I'm assuming he's PO'd. Anyway, please go back.
So here, so here is. Okay, this is not suitable for work language here in a second, but so this is something I did earlier today with the latest one of mine.
Okay. I'm Bob Doyle here in Las Vegas. No, you're not seeing double.
No.
Sitting 88 keys across from me is my baby brother Shitface.
Sorry.
Okay.
We are
experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Why did that happen this time and it didn't happen last week?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Well,
but I do like the screen. We get to have the little green created thing and James Geldenson.
I know, but why is that happening?
Okay.
Let me try.
You know what? We came out of the shoot limping, and the whole show has just been.
I'm James Herbert Giraffe again here in Las Vegas, and no, you're not seeing double. Sitting 88 keys across from me is my baby brother, Hippo Non Gratis.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That was going to be shit.
So, no. All right, but here's one I ran on you just a little bit ago.
Right. It is important to remember that while appearance is an important factor in the breed standard, it is not the only factor. Golden retrievers are valued for their friendly, intelligent, and loyal nature, and a dog's temperament and behavior are more important than its physical appearance.
So again, that was just lifted from a show.
You did that last week because I asked you. I said, ask a question, and I said, how come all golden retrievers aren't golden? And that was the reply.
Oh, that's right. So that's what we. That's right. So what I've learned,
that's supposed to be my voice?
That was supposed to be your voice, and I can hear it in there.
Run that again. Could you run that again?
I will run it again, except I'm going to show you a couple of things with the voice settings here, so we can
add some. Go ahead. I'm getting ahead of myself. It's your thing. It's your presentation.
We can add some variability to it with these sliders, like right out of the gate. I wish I had something more exciting than the Goldens, but if I take down the stability so that it won't be so steady. And I don't know. I'm just gonna play with these, and then I'm gonna regenerate it, and we'll see what happens here.
All right.
And again, it takes just a moment,
a little bit of time.
It is important to remember that while appearance is an important factor in the breed standard, it is not the only factor. Golden retrievers are valued for their friendly, intelligent, and loyal nature, and a dog's temperament and behavior are more important than its physical appearance.
So
that's me.
Which is interesting. It was sampled from your voice. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put back up here. I'm going to put the clarity and similarity enhancement way up. And actually put this.
Say that 10 times.
Don't play music because it competes with it.
Okay. I won't.
It's important to remember, though, that while appearance is important.
It is important to remember that while appearance is an important factor in the breed standard, it is not the only factor. Golden retrievers are valued for their friendly, intelligent, and loyal nature, and a dog's temperament and behavior are more important than its physical appearance.
So, I don't know.
Okay, that's a little scary, because obviously I've heard my voice a lot in editing, and so first of all, I sound pretty good. That's what I was thinking there. I actually sound pretty good. I have a nice timbre to my voice, to my VO there.
Yeah, so I'm learning how to to make it a little bit more varied. And I'm wondering if they're eventually going to add ability to add more emotion or whatever. But this is the tech that does a pretty good job with the read as it stands. Pretty nice. Now, again, I think Jim Gaffigan sounds just like him. I did a couple of other people that I know that because I just had a folder with a bunch of videos, and I was like, oh, I can just quickly test this, and they're right on. And then ours just seem a little off or whatever, but close. All right, so what do we got here? We're looking at some sailboats.
Yeah, on the ice.
Oh.
So I thought that was fun for this time of year. They're doing some ice. Those things fly. It's like ice skates with a big sail, and man, do they fly. They're very fast.
Wow.
And it's a regatta. It's a race that day. And I thought that'd be a fun shot to show because we can't. Because we can't. Let's see if I can make it a little bigger there. So then you see the guys standing out there too, right here. There's just guys like I don't know, and then the boats, and they put buoys out there, markers, so that they have to race around them. Very, very fast, very, very, very fast.
Mark wanted to know if we could do helium voices.
Anyway, I thought maybe you would get a kick out of that picture.
No, stop!
What are you doing?
Mark said, "Can you do it in a helium voice?" And so that's why.
Oh, okay, sorry.
But then, of course, I pushed the wrong damn button again and played that same music I played at the beginning. I don't know what's going to happen at the end of the show.
Please stand by. We are experiencing technical difficulties. I like that one a lot. I think you didn't find that, but that's a Bob-esque kind of a bed.
What, the music?
Anyway, so how did you fare? Like before the show's over today, how did you fare last week with 5 or 6? I think you were going to a Super Bowl party. That's where we left Bob.
Right, I went to be with people.
Going to go to a Super Bowl.
It was very nice, actually. Had a good time. We got there a little bit late. Nobody really was watching the game until near the end or whatever. And it wasn't a game. It wasn't a very it seemed to be. It wasn't a very big crowd, but it was nice people, and I had a really good time. And I discovered, I guess it's pronounced free, maybe frey, but a non-alcoholic red wine somebody had there. And I haven't tried that in, I don't know, since before I quit drinking. So a long time since I tried any kind of a non-alcohol. And let me tell you, it scratches that itch. It gives you that.
Really?
It's got the little bite that you want at the end. It's got an after. Now, I'm sure that back when I was drinking, if I had drank it, I would be like, I wouldn't drink this. But it's been 7 years. And right. It's like, it's, completely non-alcoholic, but it gives you that. It has the smell. It has enough of the taste that I could sit down at a dinner and gladly have that, instead of drinking freaking, Zevia Cola all the time like some teenager. Just like got in from playing with his friends. Yeah.
Game of jacks. Did you ever play jacks?
I had jacks. I mean, I knew how to play jacks, but I don't know that I ever played with a friend. Probably my mom, who taught me how to play that, was the only one.
I think that's a solitaire kind of a game. You're a kid, your parents ball you out and you get in trouble. You have to stay in your room. Okay, jacks. Sit there and throw a ball on the floor and pick up little spiky things.
Did you have the Mattel electronic football game?
I had the one that was metal. It was a metal playing field, and they had these little plastic prawn things.
Yeah, the handheld. In my day, it was the one that was taken up by the teachers, and you'll see this again on June 15th. Because everybody had one. Yeah, it was classic Mattel handheld electronic football. Game Boys? What's that?
They were
way before Game Boys. Way before
okay.
Game. This is 1976 or 77 or something. Everybody had one. There were hacks. If you saw it, you'd know it, I'm sure. Does anybody out there know?
Well, I'm trying. Yes, it was white. Was it cream colored?
Yes, it was white. It was white. It was white, and it had little red LEDs, and you click, 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 click.
Yes. Yes, I had that, but before that, I had the one with the little plastic feet, and they said now if you adjust them, then they'll go the direction you want. It was so stupid. They just all ran to the side and just kept running into the wall.
Is that the vibration thing?
Yes, the vibration thing.
Yes, my friend Bob Bennett had one of those. So goofy. They just spin around. It's like, I think The Simpsons.
It was a little felt football. You're supposed to spring the quarterback's arm, doink, and it would the whole. They would just run into the wall like in Animal House at the end of that alley. The whole marching band goes into the wall. That's how the football players. They just all ran into the wall, and the thing was loud. It would just do that the whole time. It was the dumbest game.
And with those words, I am the hell out of here. I had enough of this foolishness. Thanks for nothing. They never paid me.
Okay. You've been watching The Lounge Show with Rob Scott and Bob Doyle. Join us every Saturday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, and tell your friends and family to do the same. After all, we'd do it for you if you had a show. Probably.
Best show ever.